today I want to share a message that has been coming up for me recently. I feel like it's gonna be a mixture of two things that I've been thinking about a lot, and yeah. So, and notice I said thinking about a lot because that's gonna be a part of this answer or this theory. It's actually about letting your mind drift. It might sound like, oh, you're just letting your mind like go, and you know, but if you let your mind just play out whatever it needs to play out, and you just be as an awareness there to whatever it's playing out, and sometimes it could be a physical sensation that comes, like sometimes healing comes, and it's like um, it's like well, it's a physical sensation that you can't get rid of. If you get to a certain place, it's like a physical sensation, and so you just surrender to the physical sensation, and your mind is like, or like it's, but you don't involve yourself. You don't involve yourself. You don't involve yourself. Sorry for the long pause there. I just felt like my ego was coming up a little bit. So, you don't involve yourself, and if I even have an ego, maybe I do. I don't know. But if you don't involve yourself in what's going on in the mind, but you stay as a present observer, and you don't resist all the thoughts, your mind is going to go, it's going to go everywhere, and you realize that the mind is actually moving forward with you. But since we have so much resistance, we can have so much resistance to our minds that it's being blocked. So let's say for the physical sensations, for example, if somebody needs healing, or you're healing yourself around somebody, because something is suddenly ready to be healed, and you don't resist that, but instead you say, okay, this is here now, and don't resist it. And you might hear stories in your head like, this is so this is actually about healing, I would say, but it's also about enlightenment. So healing towards enlightenment, healing, a path to enlightenment, is what I would describe it. So just let your mind run and the physical sensations, and don't resist them, but just feel the physical sensations. I had something in my hand today, and so I realized I just healed my wounding to my parents, and so now I have a safe foundation for relationships, safer anyway, like safer, a better foundation for relationships, I would say, because I've healed my wounding to my parents, and that happened naturally. I thought it was somebody else's stuff that was coming up. It was just my wound that was connected to someone else, my mother, for example, and my father. And so I didn't resist them. First, I met it with a little bit of resistance because I thought, this is not mine. Why are you pushing this to me? But after an hour, and this happens to me all the time, there's either I heal somebody else, there comes like a, now you have to heal this person, and I heal that person. Usually comes a thought first, which is like, let's say I'm making music. This is interesting because it's about the thoughts it's about letting your mind run. So let's say I'm making music or I'm listening to music, and suddenly there's like this thought that just comes up. Oh, what if he liked my song or something? And then immediately after, there comes a thought of like, I need to heal this person now. So my soul is, I think, trying to, I would suspect anyway, or God, or angels. My angels are trying to get me to heal somebody by first giving me a thought that's very close to where I am. So I was listening to music, and this person comes up in my field, which is like, I don't never think about this person very much, maybe, but like somebody came up and they needed my help with healing, and so first there came a thought of like, oh, I want this person to like my music or whatever, and then immediately after there came a thought of like, I need to heal this person, and so it's the same thing with like these physical sensations. There comes like some resistance that you can't really, well, it's not basically all the same, but there comes some sort of sensation, and then you don't want to resist that because it makes you unable to heal what needs to be healed. So just looking down because my hair looked like I had no hair here, so it looked a bit strange. But yeah, I can move back a little bit. So or maybe it was better if I was forward. It feels closer to you. So yeah, if you don't resist the mind, it naturally plays out whatever it needs to play out, and the mind is connected to the body very much. The mind and body is sort of, I've heard anyway, it's the same thing. Your mind creates the body, and so they're very connected, like the mind and the body. So when something comes up in the mind, something may come up in your physical body, and so if you don't resist your physical body sensations, something may heal in the mind. If something comes up in the mind and you're not resisting it, just having your awareness of it, you might heal something in the physical body. And basically you're healing both things because they're connected. So yeah, you're healing both things because they're very connected. And having this like presence to your thoughts, like, and physical sensations that could be annoying, like, oh, what's going on with my thumb right now, or what's going on with my finger, or my pinky finger here, what's going on, and you just stay as an awareness, and you just let it play out, and you'll find that something just wanted to be healed, something just wanted to be processed, or something wanted to be, like, not let go of, but like transformed. Yeah, transformed. And so yeah, I often, when I do healing for people and they come up in my field of awareness, I'm just gonna scratch myself, and they come up in the field of my awareness, it's like something hurts in their body afterwards, after I've healed the mind, or the deep-rooted belief, like beneath that creates pain. It's like a deep wound or deep belief created from thought patterns and yeah, so many things. But when I heal that, suddenly I can feel like, because I'm very when I'm doing the healing, sometimes I actually even do that, the healing, like, okay, I'm gonna take this part now because it's a bit too much for you. It's a bit too much for you because you need less resistance to healing. You need less, not to healing, but you need less resistance to it may be so deep within your consciousness that for you to just be aware of the healing would make you, and you would resist, and you would just no healing. So it can sometimes I take on the healing, just take it on, and then I transform it from here, and then I give it back when it's transformed. Where was I? I was thinking about something. Yeah, it's good for you. Yeah, sometimes words don't come. Sometimes when you're doing a video like this and it's just pure, I don't know what I'm gonna say before I start speaking here. I just think like maybe I want to make a video, and so I make a video and maybe about this, and so it just gets connected. Oh, that's a good point actually, because I just let my mind go, and the words like for now, just now I had no thoughts in my head. I had no, at least that I was aware of, that I had no thoughts, because there was nothing I wanted to say. There's like this space, and that space is what you need to let your mind just drift. You just need to be that space for it, to let it drift and go. And it can be like, well, I'm trying to tell you that your mind, when you let it drift like this, it's gonna go like, and it's gonna bring up all your fears and everything. It's like some people say that with meditation, you sit in meditation and all the stuff that's hurting in you is coming up. So you're like, oh, I don't want to meditate. I don't want to meditate because it's too painful, because it just comes up a lot of stuff. But that's what we're learning to do. That's what we need to learn to do as human beings, actually, to be with all that stuff. And when you have been with all your stuff, when you have become so good with being with everything that comes, because it comes and goes, the fear comes and goes, the pain, it just, when you just be with it, you just are with it, it comes and goes. And what's happening is healing. You're just present with it, and you can do meditations. I used to do a lot of meditations. You can do a lot of meditations. Meditations are good for this, but I would suggest shadow work meditations for this, because if you're just doing the light healing, well, you're scratching the surface basically. So it doesn't really work that well. You have to feel it to heal it. If you want to heal the core of it, if you want to heal like the real reason why this is happening, and we choose like one kind of resistance, I would say, that we just come into this life with. The first kind of resistance, or the just some really big resistance, and it comes immediately. It comes immediately when we enter this physical dimension, when we are born. And when we're born, it comes directly. So people are not aware of this, but it's kind of like almost a deeper purpose. When you've entangled that, it's like, wow, this was a part of my purpose. Like this has been affecting everything, and all this stuff, it just comes from this one resistance that you're born with, basically. It comes from that resistance. And and when you heal that, it's like it's great. And so you want to be with all your emotions and all your just gonna just check my phone. So you want to be with all the stuff that you have. You wanna. Sorry if you think that's not very pleasant. It's just. I just love snooze. It's just the best. But you want to be with the pain you have felt all your life. And first there comes surface level things. If you're delving into your emotions and stuff, and things are coming up, like, oh, I have this fear and I have this pain and this trouble, and I want to heal, or I want to fix. And so if you just be with that, first you being with the surface level, and then next level, I can tell you, I know how it is, because I have healed during these last 2 years. I've healed probably 400 things, 500 things. I don't know. It's like just immense healing, and so then I got enlightened, basically. So truly, yeah. So I learned to be with everything, and so there wasn't so much resistance for me anymore. There wasn't so much resistance, like, to all the ups and downs. There wasn't much resistance. I could feel suicidal at points, like, oh shit. I remember coming home. I remember coming home from just I don't know where I had been. Maybe I'd been to Lund, get my medicine or something, and then I came home and it was like, holy crap, I want to die. It was just like this. My vortex was calling me, so it was like, become enlightened or die, and but for some reason I just never give up. And so I learned to be with everything that was painful, and so there was not so much resistance anymore to life. So that's really, I just, I was with everything that was painful. And now I'm starting to realize I think that's the biggest key to my enlightenment, is being with everything that's painful, and seeing that you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Yeah. I look deep into my wounds and traumas and shit, and things from other people. I give it back to them. Their stuff. They made me carry, or they forced me to carry. And some people, could have been pretty horrible. Was pretty horrible. Yeah. So just neighbors. So yeah, I healed my stuff, and so there wasn't so much resistance anymore, and now I'm just flowing. I know there's ups and downs, but there's always this, this peace, and it's beautiful. And now there's also love all the time, which is kind of nice. Like, yeah. So that's the message, I guess. Be with all your stuff, and you might find enlightenment. Probably. God said, when I channeled God yesterday, he said it's a sure way to enlightenment. So, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say right now. Or, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say right now. You take care, everybody. Goodbye.